Hi, my name is Jim Collins. I'm a legislative consultant for the State Bar of Georgia, and it's my pleasure to be able to give you an update on what's happened this week at the Georgia State Capitol. It's been a somewhat different week than a normal week because we are out of session this week for budget hearings. We were off for Martin Luther King's holiday on Monday, and then for the past 3 days we've been doing budget hearings, which is where the departments and the various agencies come before the members of the Appropriations Committee and share with them what they're interested in. From the standpoint of the judiciary, they presented already, and they've shared several things that they're interested in, the things they want to see in a budget. There have been very small increases. There's nothing really large budget-wise as an increase for the courts or anything along those lines. Probably the largest one is for the prosecuting attorneys because there's some additional DAs that are looking to be funded to the tune of approximately $5 million. That's basically all that has gone on this week. Legislation can be filed, but nothing actually officially is done until we come back into session on Monday, January 28th. So that'll be the time when we kick off our 5th legislative day. What we've spent our time this week is just meeting with legislators. Legislators are busy moving into new offices now that they've found where their offices are and which ones are committee chairs and where their committee assignments are going to be. And the committees are getting constituted, and they're beginning to work with that process and work with legislative council as they decide what they want to do in the upcoming session. One of the things I would really encourage you to do is to consider coming down here to the Capitol. If you'll click on the Capitol logo, it'll take you to the legislative page, and there you'll find the names and emails and phone numbers of your entire legislative consultant team. Meredith Weaver, Rusty, Charlie, Roy, myself are all listed there, so you can contact us at any point. If we can be of any help to you, we're glad to do that. Also, Zach Johnson will be listed there in the way to get involved in the grassroots program, and that's something I would really urge you to consider doing. It simply involves coming down to the Capitol and being here during the day, giving up a day of your time or part of a day of your time, however it works out, and we can work with your schedule to see the legislative process up close and actually get a chance to interact with your legislator as well as the other legislators to see what's going on with committees to help us as we look at bills and the process and offer suggestions. And the more you're involved down here, it certainly helps because everything that goes on here affects you and your profession, and it affects all of us. And who better than a lawyer to come down and share with our legislators what needs to happen down here at the Capitol. So that's something I'd urge you to look at, and it's a simple matter of clicking on the links and they'll take you there. Also, if you have any suggestions for us, any questions, please do contact at any time. We're more than happy to help. Things will be cranking up a lot heavier once we get here on the 28th and we start our 5th legislative day. So this week it's been basically budget hearings, and next week we get back into major duty legislation. One thing that has happened is the Senate passed the hospital bed tax relating to Medicaid funding. That happened last week. The House is expected to do that here in the next week or so. And with that being taken off the table, and it looks like a fiscal cliff deal is being worked out in D.C., some of the funding questions that were out there look like they may be getting resolved, which means our legislative session may go a little bit faster than we had predicted and not go as late into the year as we once thought. But of course, that's all fluid and that all changes constantly, so feel free to contact us, any questions you have, and let us know how we can continue to serve you. Thanks a lot.